Alright, welcome back, and it's time to take a look at the new top tier platoon, the ZTZ96. Now today I'll be driving two vehicles, the ZTZ96A and the ZLT11. Now let's start with the ZTZ96A. This vehicle has a 125mm main cannon, obviously has stabilization, has an autoloader. It is fairly maneuverable, although the reverse speed seems to have taken a hit. The previous ZTZ was faster in reverse. 7.5 seconds is the reload. Overall average penetration 480mm, has decent overall shells. Now, the ZLT11, this thing is huge. That's the first thing. Huge and has pretty much no armor. 105mm main cannon is able to launch ATGMs, tandem ATGMs to be more accurate. The top speed 100km/h, it is fast, but the reverse is also very bad at 9km/h. And faster reload at 6.7 seconds, no armor, and the turret rotation speed is okay, not the fastest, but it is manageable. The main issue with this vehicle is pretty much its size, and it has wheels, so the controls on that thing will be a little bit weird. But let's take these vehicles out for a little ride, and I'll start with the ZTZ96. Now the ZTZ96A does play about the same way as the previous ZTZ plays, the 88A. It does feel like an upgrade. I mean, autoloader, yeah, it's decent. Armor, yeah, actually a decent composite armor, but the lower plate is quite vulnerable, and the lower plate is pretty much easy access to the ammo, to the autoloader, which is below the vehicle in the turret. And one hit in the autoloader and it's boom, as it should be when ammo gets hit. The shells are APFSDS, you have heat shells, high explosive shells, you also have a secondary APFSDS shell type with less penetration. You do have smoke shells, I believe. You have all sorts of shells, but I like to keep it old school. I use APFSDS plus high explosive. That's what I usually do on most of the vehicles that I play. The autoloader is decent, not the fastest autoloader. For example, the STR V103C has a 4-second autoloader. This vehicle has a 7.3 second autoloader. Not too bad. It's fast enough, I would say. Fast enough, it will get the job done. Doesn't seem to have a active protection system at the moment. I think to date the only vehicle with a working active protection system remains the T55 AMD one. I don't know why they haven't implemented that to more vehicles, but it is still funny to think that AMD is still the only vehicle with a active protection system that works. One of the things that will prevent this vehicle from being used like the previous ZTZ or most of the other main battle tanks is the reverse speed. Now 9km/h, it is not too bad if we stretch it. It's not too bad because we have the T72s, T74s and vehicles like that, T64s, that have 5km/h reverse speed. 9km/h is not too bad and it's usable. You can at least get back in cover if you need to. If it were below that, yeah, that would be kind of terrible. However, reverse gear and reverse speed is, at least when it comes to top tier, kind of important, because most of the shells flying your way will be able to go through your armor like a hot knife through butter. So getting back to cover is probably the best way to handle things, and that was the first match. Not too bad. Could have been better, but not too bad. Let's go to the next battle. Out of all vehicles within this platoon, I feel like the ZTZ96 might be the easiest to play. However, the ZLT11 definitely is no joke, especially with those tandem ATGMs. Of course, the downside of that vehicle is its size. That thing is huge, quite literally. So the size of the ZLT is my main concern with the vehicle, and obviously has no armor. So artillery, explosive shells, ATGMs, all that will prove to be very dangerous for the vehicle. Well, there is no ammo in the hull. Let me try and shoot the dirt. Okay, that worked. The TTD is quite the tanky vehicle. It's honestly very survivable. We'll have to take a look at all the vehicles' survivability and compare it, because the TTD is actually pretty close to the Merkava when it comes to how much hits it can take. The main gun is fairly accurate. It also does decent damage when it penetrates. After all, it is a 125mm main cannon, able to go through quite literally all the armor that there is. However, it does feel like the Leopard L44 might have a better main gun, although the overall average penetration is the same, about 480mm. And by far the vehicle with the highest penetration, I think it is the M60 AMBT, affordable main battle tank. AMBT. That thing has 480mm average penetration with the APFSDS shells. So yeah, and that's a tier 9 vehicle, and these are tier 10s. So that's funny. Someone asked me the Abrams, when will that thing come in the game? I think next update might be the update we get an Abrams, M1 Abrams at least. We will see, but it's definitely getting close. Not too far now, since we are in tier 10. I kind of wish that the ZLT. No, I will be playing the ZLT in I think the next battle, and I played it completely by accident. To be honest, didn't expect that I'll play it, but that thing is a bit unique and difficult to use. What is my teammate doing behind me? I have no idea. But that was a T64 or T72. I didn't catch the name of that vehicle. The upper plate can definitely bounce shells. Again, composite armor, a decent composite armor to be accurate, and it does work really well. The lower plate is where you don't want to get hit. Upper plate is fine. Oh, that's a revenge bomber. A revenge bomber placed bombs behind this little hill here, so I should be good. Yeah, this is a fail. I think I'm the only one left actually. And as you can see, it's able to punch through the upper plate on the T72s, T64s. So that's good. And it's able to punch through engine blocks. Well, I think it's game over. About to be game over. Yep, it is game over. I am pretty much surrounded by the whole enemy team, and now it bounces. Okay, well, nothing much I can do about that. I don't know what happened to the team. The team just vanished. It's funny, but that's the second battle, epic fail, but at least a little bit more kills. let's go to the next and final battle with the ZTZ96A. Now, originally this was supposed to be only a ZTZ video, but in this battle I died early on basically, and I decided to use the ZLT11 to see how that thing works. But overall, how does this thing feel and how does this thing play? Honestly, it plays like the ordinary average melee tank in top tier. I mean, if you play the ZTZ88A, then this is pretty much how this vehicle feels. You do get better armor, you do get a upgrade. Obviously it is a upgrade, but in general it's about the same experience and it feels the same. There we go. If you shoot the lower plate, easy access to the ammo and the turret starts to fly. The ZTZ though, not the ZTZ, and the ZLT, it does have some very interesting ammo locations though. We will come to that very soon. So yeah, I managed to destroy 4 vehicles and well, time to go with the ZLT. So first thing, when you jump in this vehicle, this is huge. If they call this a light tank, I don't know. It definitely is not too heavy, has no armor, it's just huge. And it has wheels. And with other wheeled vehicles, the controls are not the best. I really don't like the wheeled controls on most of the wheeled vehicles in the game. Mostly because they don't really respond well and you need to basically, you know, if you ever driven a truck, a big truck, a semi-truck basically, you need to do that white circle when you want to rotate or when you want to turn around. Well, this is basically what you have to do with this thing. You have to have a lot of room to move around, or else it will not turn. Only the AMX-10 RC has perfect neutral steering with wheels, and that is to date the most controllable and the most the vehicle that behaves the best when it comes to the wheeled controls, at least when it comes to this game. Now I have tandem 80 gems and a PFS DS shells. I use both. The tandem 80 gems on this thing are very good. They go through all of armor. You have a lot of different shell types for the ZLT. This is just my choice that I have at the moment. But I think I might prefer 80 gems on this thing because they easily go through literally everything. The 80 gem velocity isn't too bad as well. It's fairly decent. It's not supersonic speed obviously, but it's fast. And it's able to punch through a lot of armor, able to do a lot of damage as well, so... Oh look, and if I had the 80 gem, that would probably be a destroyed desert warrior. It has decent high explosive, but overall, this vehicle, while being quite odd, it still does seem quite interesting, and I think a lot of players will enjoy the uniqueness that comes along with this vehicle. It's huge though, and vulnerable to anti-aircraft fire, vulnerable to aircraft bombs. You definitely do not want to meet the Begleiter Panzer with this vehicle, because the 57mm will make short work of this vehicle. Will just shred it, because again it has literally no armor, so any autocannons will shred this vehicle. It does feel like a tin can, because this vehicle kind of is a tin can, but it has a very powerful main cannon, and it's going to easily get the job done for most players, and that's a guarantee pretty much. And I do load 80 gem and then a PFSDS shell. I use both. I kind of don't know which one to use as primary ammo. I think I might just go with 80 gem, because they're tandem 80 gems, the best type of 80 gem in the game at the moment. We will see if we get better missiles after we get to tier 11, 12 and so on, since we are in tier 10 now. And I know on the tech tree where this vehicle will be put in, battle rating definitely is getting high now, and the tech tree will be interesting to check out once that is released. The tech tree wasn't released in this update, but I would maybe guess, I would say maybe in the next like 2 or 3 months we might see the tech tree introduced. Very similar to what we have on the aircrafts right now, and I think in the ship mode, in naval mode, I need to play the other 2 modes a lot more. I play tanks a lot, that's true. I don't know why I play tanks too much. I just like tanks, I guess. And that was a victory. Well, that would be it for the ZLT11 and for the ZTZ96A. Do tell me what you think about the vehicles in the comments down below. And if you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time.